Easy's place presents echoes from Planet X, Israel's Hidden Mission, Part 1.
In the sleepy town of Starfield, nestled between gentle hills and soft streams, lived a curious boy named Israel. He was 8 years old, full of imagination and always looking up. While other kids built forts or played tag, Israel spent his evenings by the window, nose pressed to the glass, eyes peering into space through his little blue telescope. His walls were covered in star maps. His ceiling glowed with tiny stickers shaped like planets and moons. He even had a stuffed alien named Nib, who wore a tiny cape. Israel believed that space wasn't just stars and silence. He believed it had secrets. And one night, the universe answered. It started with a ping, a strange echoing sound, like a drop of water hitting a metal pan. It echoed again. Ping, ping. He looked around. His telescope was quiet. His clock ticked normally. But then, ping. His backpack, sitting by his bed, lit up. A soft blue glow shimmered from the zipper. Israel slowly crept over, heart thumping. He opened it, and out rolled something he knew hadn't been there before. It was a coin. Silver, smooth, and cold to the touch. Tiny stars danced across its surface, and in the center, a bold letter sparkled. X. Just as he touched it, the room changed. His posters peeled away like paper. The bed vanished. The floor turned to glass, revealing a swirl of galaxies beneath his feet. A voice, warm and wise, whispered, "Agent Israel, your mission has begun." In a room filled with golden light, Israel stood wide-eyed. Everything around him shimmered, sparkled, and pulsed like a dream. The spaceship, the Nova Sprinter, was like nothing he had ever imagined. Its floor felt warm beneath his feet, like sunlit sand. The walls moved gently, glowing with stars. It felt alive. And then, floating down from above came a little silver robot. Shaped like a teardrop, it blinked with soft eyes and tiny blinking arms. "Commander Israel," it said with a gentle beep. "You've been chosen by the Council of Echoes. Planet X is calling, and only you can hear it." Israel blinked. "Me," he whispered. "But I'm just a kid." The robot tilted its head kindly. "Not just any kid," it said. "You believe in the quiet things. You listen." Then, with a soft hum, the ship began to move. It lifted silently into the stars, drifting beyond the moon, past glittering planets and glowing clouds of color. Outside the windows, shaped like crescent moons, stars danced by in swirls. Some twinkled like diamonds. Others shimmered in soft blues and pinks. They passed a nebula shaped like a jellyfish, a comet that left a trail like silver mist, and a tiny moon that smiled at them and winked. The robot floated beside him. "That's the bubble belt over there," it said cheerfully. "And those? The crater choir. They sing lullabies at sunset." Israel leaned closer to the glass. "I've never seen anything so beautiful." The robot's voice turned quiet. "But we're not there yet. Planet X is deeper, farther than anyone's gone in a very long time." Then, as the stars thinned and the light dimmed, they saw it. A lonely planet resting in silence, wrapped in a soft purple glow. It didn't spin, it didn't sing, it just waited. The robot whispered, "No one has heard from Planet X in 1,000 years. But tonight, it sent a signal, a whisper. One single name, yours." Israel felt something in his chest. a tiny flutter, like butterfly wings. "What if I mess up?" he asked, his voice small. "You won't," the robot replied, "because you believe." As they landed, the ship released a quiet sigh, settling onto a platform made of glowing crystal. The door opened with a whisper. Israel stepped out. The ground felt soft and powdery beneath his feet. Strange spiral-shaped plants glowed faintly in the dark, swaying as if they were listening to music no one else could hear. And then, far away, he heard it. A hum, like a lullaby made of wind and stars. The robot floated ahead. "That's the echo," it said. "Follow it." Israel took a breath. One step, then another. The deeper he went, the stronger the echo became. And soon, they reached it. A glowing canyon filled with blue light. A bridge made of floating light stretched across. No ropes, no rails. Just beams of soft starlight twinkling gently. Israel froze. I don't know if I can," he whispered. The robot turned to him, blinking warmly. "You already have," it said. "Just by believing." Israel nodded slowly. Then he stepped forward onto the bridge of stars and crossed into the mystery beyond. Before him stood a door, tall, ancient, carved with swirling shapes and quiet symbols. It hummed with magic, with memory. Israel looked at the silver coin in his hand. It pulsed with a soft glow, like a heartbeat. He held it up. The symbols on the door shimmered. And then, slowly, the door creaked open. Inside was a vast room, so big it felt like it had no end. There were no walls, no shelves, no floors, only floating books, glowing, humming and spinning gently in the air like fireflies made of light. "The Library of Lost Things," the robot whispered beside him. "Planet X remembers everything, even the things the universe forgot." Israel stepped in, eyes wide. The air buzzed softly, like a lullaby made of stories. One of the glowing books drifted toward him. It opened slowly, revealing scenes made of starlight. The book whispered, "We made a mistake, and we forgot how to listen." Israel turned to the robot. "What happened?" The robot floated quietly. "The people of Planet X were once the best listeners in the galaxy. They heard dreams, whispers from stars, even the quietest cries for help. But one day they stopped listening. They filled their world with noise and forgot the music of the universe." Israel looked around at the glowing memories, each one softly spinning in the stillness. "Can they remember again?" he asked gently. The robot nodded. "With your help." At the very center of the library, a circle of light pulsed slowly, like a sleepy heartbeat. Israel stepped forward. He held up the coin, then placed it carefully in the center. Whoosh! The floor rippled with light. The books brightened. The music grew stronger. Memories rushed through the room like a warm breeze. The books sang, the walls shimmered, and deep beneath their feet, Planet X began to spin again, slowly, gently, like a baby rocking to sleep. Then from somewhere above, a whisper floated down. "Thank you, Israel." He smiled, holding his hand over his heart. The echo was not just a sound anymore. It was a feeling, a memory coming home. And somewhere in the distance, a new story began. Back on the Nova Sprinter, Israel smiled. The robot saluted him. "Mission complete, Commander. Planet X is alive again." As the ship sailed home, stars twinkled in patterns he hadn't noticed before. The constellations looked like stories. When he awoke the next morning, he was back in his bed. His backpack was closed. His posters were back. But the coin, now faded and warm, sat under his pillow. Outside, high in the sky, was a new star. It blinked just once, as if to say, "We remember." Israel smiled, curled under the blankets, and whispered, "I'm ready for the next one." And far, far away, in a galaxy still waiting to be heard, another echo stirred.